you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. This to Jarwin. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
The football going back to the Rams now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pick.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook.
That's good.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man is Reed. He's got it. 7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert back to the air and brought in by the tight end Cook. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10.
That's good.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Randy Gregory. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
A 24-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
It's 3. Cowboys nothing.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
22-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
4. And it's 3rd down.
Now Elliott. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
13 yards.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. $3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Chargers 3, Cowboys nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it.
Prescott's pass.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll throw again. Prescott outright completes it to Jarwin. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now it's the Rams' 2nd all-time leading scorer, kicking in a Dallas uniform, Greg Zuerlein. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie us at 3-3.
3-3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Number 30, Austin Eckler.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Herbert, and he finds Cook. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Mike Williams, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Prescott on the keeper.
9 yards on the first down keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Dak going to try and run. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Prescott.
2 yards, good enough for a first. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
He was brought down.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Draw play, Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Run for Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and...
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
Prescott from the gun. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. L.A. readies for its next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That one good for 20. Now the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herbert. In double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Defense. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Elliott, toss right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chargers' 9-yard line.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
The ball carrier,
Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And it is up.
the kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert toward the sideline. That's taken in by Allen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Eckler. And he loses the football the second time. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At the 22-yard line.
On the screen, this is Eckler. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. The Chargers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end, Cook. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 47 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Eckler. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Ball carrier. The tackle made.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Taken down, back at the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A 42-yard attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
Chargers 6.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because If you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Prescott.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Jerry Tillery on the stop.
Prescott now. Over the middle, Cooper with it. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And the Chargers going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Dallas. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Chargers.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. 20-14, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Aaron Rodgers, excellent in the win, as his guys up their mark to 11-4 now with 1 game to play. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 31-28, the final score. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
It's a gain of a yard.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down throw for Prescott. This to Jarwin. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up the 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
To Ezekiel Elliott.
Now this is an example breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Gain of 3 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Trey Boston.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. They call it pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
It's 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard.
Now here's Pollard. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14.
20, Chargers 6.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Prescott's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Now Prescott. Prescott stripped and picked up by the Chargers. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. 10. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, Chargers.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chargers defense gearing up to take the field. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? A gain of 3, second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings
from the shotgun, it's Prescott. Reception here by Ruggs. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
36-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Prescott, throw left side, complete. It's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier. Tackled at the
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now Prescott. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Oh, Prescott stripped and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A fumble on the play.
That was all great until the final act. Able to scramble, get the first, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
And as a former defender, I can tell you that when a quarterback scrambles and picks up a 1st down on 3rd down, that's usually demoralizing for a defense. But when he coughs it up in doing so, elation results after that.
A new lease on life, so to speak.
No doubt about it.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive. With no gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Throwing on 2nd down, Prescott, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
Prescott from the gun on third. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up fourth.
But it brings up fourth down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Rams ready to go on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That throw into the arms of Allen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
The kick is good.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. But now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, it's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Charger drive about to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
And inches at the
Herbert.
32-yard line.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
The Chargers on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. out of the gun. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 40.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Taking the sideline grin as well. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Ezekiel.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Yards to go.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could... Oh, going to be hit. He coughs it out, loose football, and picked up by the Chargers. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they're going to score on it for a return. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, Chargers.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the final 2 weeks, just like a formality pretty much, they're going to be the #1 seed, but there is the matter of that perfect record, 14-0 right now. How might that change how they approach these next 2 games?
And I think what it does is it forces you to come together as a team and as an organization and say, okay, what are we really trying to accomplish here? And what's the best way to reach those goals? For some teams, the best way is to stay focused, stay locked in, go for a perfect season, and then take that open week to rest and heal up before the playoffs begin. For others, okay, we've got it locked in. Let's start to tamp it down a little bit. Get these guys rested and ready to go. All depends on your organization. I think most players would tell you, let's go for the perfect 16-0.
Yeah, I think the fan base, they would usually say that as well, wouldn't they?
They certainly would. The hard part, though, is if you get beat along the way, we should have rested the guys.
Exactly.
You know how it works.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. This is Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a...
And his pass is intercepted for the third time today. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
He was brought down by Chris Harris. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Chargers,
they go to Elliott again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down.
Prescott from the gun. That is caught at the 7. That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. The Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Chargers offense. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. A good pickup there, 8 yards yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Will drop this one off to Eckler.
Herbert's pass.
Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And no, it's incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
Here's Prescott.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott to the right side. He's got Cooper. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And out trots Jared Cook with the rest of his offensive mates. So after he looked really good early, they haven't been able to find the big tight end as much. What gives?
Well, sometimes that's not in the game plan defensively. They're trying to take away other people, or they weren't expecting him to get off to such a hot start. But now, they know he's out there. They've made a few adjustments, surrounded him with a few more people, a few different coverages. Let's see if he makes the adjustments now. Does he change up a few things to try and work his way open? He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. 25-yard. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he finds Cook.
That's good.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Again, Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Herbert's pass.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Herbert back to the air. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Chargers.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.